Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at KAS, double checking our key levels here and important Fibonacci retracement scenarios, of course. So if you are new to the channel, I just want to say welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site linked down below. And what we want to discuss here today, of course, is some liquidation levels. I think first is kind of a preface, then obviously kind of transition into some key supports based on larger and more smaller macro and micro fib levels. Okay, so let's quickly just note here, when it comes to liquidation for KASPA, there's some heavier amounts just above and just below the price action. So we're kind of smack dab in the middle of that liquidation level. But if we do kind of look at the larger picture, there's a lot more to the upside than downside, implying there's more shorts than longs in the relative recent past. Okay, now again, I know you're probably like, wait, what do you mean? It's heavier concentration down below. True, but the ones above here are closer. We got to recognize that the closer they are, the more likely they are to get hit. So just some friendly advice here when you see liquidation levels like this. Generally, it is favoring the price moving up than down. And if you do compare KASPA with the Bitcoin chart, KASPA's performed very well in holding this level very strong. Okay, so again, keep in mind we have a strong point of control just below the price action. It's that 0.618 fib level. It's very common for the price action to get kind of rejected out there. So we need more volume to get through that. There's no other way around it. Quick little heads up, and thank you so much to my community. Just want to kind of give credit where credit's due. Congrats to our members here. Nice 21% profit from ICP, Bitcoin 27%, Near Protocol 38%, and BNB 17%. We also got a good 20% off of Solana as well. We're 5 for 5 for our shorts. We had to close a long in the red before it got too bad there to kind of offset that. So again, sometimes you just have to make that call, and I just wanted to kind of highlight that because it's important to recognize that no trader is perfect. And while some of my community members put me in high regard, you've probably seen there is definitely some times when I can miss the boat, right? So again, either way you look at it, trading is just all about learning from your mistakes and moving on and adjusting and calibrating. Let's see what we need to calibrate here for KASPA, because the important thing we got to recognize, we got this little support zone. The levels held very well, this 0.5 fib at 17.2. We've talked about that previously being a very strong support region. And at this point, we've also got a pretty strong resistance above us with this golden pocket at roughly 17.8, upwards of 18 even. So when we see that above the price action, we want to wait for the price to be above that before we take a trade. I know it seems hard and it seems crazy to want to wait until after the price gets higher before you take a long, but that's generally how you're supposed to do it when it comes to waiting for confirmation. So let's look at the moving averages and quickly clarify this here too and kind of see where we're at. Because when it comes to moving averages, we've been pretty well above all of them. In fact, even still with a sideways price action, the 20-day SMA is still holding below the price. So most coins are having difficulty saying that they're above all 4 moving averages on the daily. That's a great sign. We can also recognize here too, though, that we are diverging on the MACD. And when it comes to RSI, we're over 50, which is good. Stochastic swinging down, trying to swing up. There's a lot of contributing factors here that are more positive than negative. The truth, though, is that we got to recognize that the momentum is shifting and there's potential for further downside because of that. Okay, so just because the SMAs are kind of hanging out in a good support range doesn't imply the price is just going to shoot up from here. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit too to get our true point of control. If we look at the largest amount of volume for this coin, what do you know, 17.8 to 18 cents even, right there at 0.618 to 0.65, that's that golden pocket. So again, important to recognize that that's a very strong resistance range, and we're going to need to get through that before we take a long with confidence. 4-hour time frame, we're starting to squeeze in within all the moving averages, generally implying that we're going to see somewhat of a breakout soon. We're trying to break 50 in the RSI, but it's been wavering above and below. Not necessarily the best sign to look for when you're trying to get confirmation. Same thing here with MACD, trying to converge here, but it's not really super strong. While we're establishing higher lows, we're still establishing lower highs. So this is not really a favorable scenario at all. Hourly time frame as well, we can look at Ichimoku cloud and confirm that the lagging span is free and clear. Conversion lines below the baseline, and we're within the cloud right now. So this is generally unfavorable. However, we're breaking through the cloud, so to speak. So KASPA has a propensity to continue further up, but I think it's less likely. Okay. And what I mean by that here is that we got to get the price action. I want a solid closure at 18 cents or higher before I consider taking a trade. Again, that's me personally. I'll wait a long time to take trades, and it's not like that. It's not like that for everyone. Okay, your day trading, this is a different story altogether too. This is more of a macro analysis, understanding when to take a swing trade. So the truth here is that there isn't a good sign. I've said that about 5 coins already so far today in the last couple of hours, and I can tell you it'll probably be the common narrative for most coins later today too. It's important to recognize as a trader, if you're going to be a good trader, you got to identify times not to trade. I know it seems kind of weird and crazy, but the longer you wait on a trade, the better off you'll be. And I know there's tons of FOMO, and the market is just a FOMO market. There's no way around it. But if you are, wanting to be more successful, you got to take less trades and more accurate trades. Okay. Again, it's easier said than done. I totally get it. But generally speaking here, there's no reason to force a trade because we don't have that confirmation that we're looking for. So once more, a solid closure at the very least 17.8 to 18 cents even, breaking above this descending trend line. Some important things we want to factor in. Okay. So I'm going to post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you're not familiar. I do have playout charts I provide consistently throughout the day. If you're not joined up there, go ahead and do so. Link down below. I would recommend joining too with BitUnix. These guys are phenomenal folks. Excellent rewards. Use my link to register. It's a nice deposit bonus there. And what's great about them is they have no KYC or VPN required. So it is a phenomenal exchange, and we've been using them for almost a year now as a community. So thanks again, BitUnix, and thank you too for just being an awesome part of my life. Don't forget to like the video, comment below. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.